So after that short introduction, we're going to have a look at an important document that's included in your online account. You'll be able to download this document. It's called a study planner, and it's going to be crucial for you in working through and making sure that you're well prepared for the taxation exams. I'm just going to outline how to use this study planner document and how you will work through your online course. The first few pages of the study planner document have a few hints and tips for the exam. Now, often in our notes we include these exam smart sections, so you'll find them scattered about your course notes with some key hints and tips for the exam. Now, it's really important, as with any exam, that you focus as much as your attention as possible on question practice. You will of course need to work through the course notes for the relevant chapters to learn the technical material, to learn the tax rules. But as soon as you have learnt those tax rules, please do get into the question bank and start practicing questions. The only way you will learn these detailed tax rules, and by the way, with these tax rules you'll find there's lots of fiddly exceptions, lots of fiddly little strange rules that apply. The only way you will learn these is by doing question practice. You'll often get these questions wrong first time. You'll often make mistakes that you will learn from when you reattempt those questions. I've recommended attempting questions under timed conditions, so broadly 1.8 minutes per mark. And please do not look at the answer as you attempt questions. Do the question in full without looking at the answer, and then go to the back of the book, then go to the video debrief if it's available to you online, and make sure that you mark your attempt, make sure you review any areas that you didn't get right first time. When you do question practice, you should be spending as much time on your debrief as you are on practicing the question itself. That debrief may well involve you reattempting parts of the question that you didn't get right first time. Now, also, you will have mock exams available to you as part of this course. So maybe a tuition exam and a revision exam. Please do submit these mock exams to the required deadlines. We notice a really high correlation between those students that submit their mocks on time and get them marked, and those students that then go on to pass the real exam. In your mock questions, in your mock papers, you'll get detailed written feedback from our markers as to how you can improve your mark. In terms of the resources that you have available to you, you should have received a hard copy, so a paper copy of your course notes and question bank. Now, you'll use these course notes and question bank in conjunction with this online course to work through the material. So when you view the video lectures that are contained within this course, you will see on screen the course notes that you have available to you as a hard copy. You'll then be able to listen to the videos, to watch the videos, and work through your course notes. You'll be able to annotate your course notes, write things on them in accompaniment with those online lectures. Now, in addition to the course notes that are delivered through your online course, you will also have, of course, the question bank. And there are certain questions from that question bank that have been debriefed online. So you'll be able to watch an online lecture from a tutor, and that tutor will take you through the approach to the question in the question bank, go through any detailed and difficult technical issues within that question, and also provide you with hints and tips in terms of exam technique. So you'll find a little icon in your question bank with a little microphone by it, and those are the questions that are debriefed, where you can watch video debriefs online. Of course, at the back of your question bank you have the solutions to all of the questions in the question bank. In addition, you have some Test Your Learning tests. Those Test Your Learning tests are available online only, and you should work through those as you progress through the course. And finally, we come to the study planner. Now, the study planner below essentially gives you information on how you should study for your taxation exam. So, what have we detailed in the study planner? Well, you can see we've essentially listed a bit of a to-do list for you. So the first thing you will do, of course, is turn to chapter 1 in your course notes, and that deals with the UK tax system. You will then view the video lectures for chapter 1. Now this comments section just gives you a bit of background about what's in that chapter and some of the important considerations that you'll need to think about as you work through the chapter. So you'll view the video lectures for chapter 1 within your online account. Now also within this study guide, it gives you an estimate of how much time this will take you. So we're saying for chapter 1 it will probably take you about 45 minutes to view the video lectures, and then you will have to attempt questions in the question bank on top of that. You can see that we've listed as well the questions from the question bank that you should now attempt after doing your work on chapter 1. So you'll view the video lectures for chapter 1, you'll do any online questions for chapter 1 as well, which will come after your video lectures, and then you will work through objective test questions 1 to 3 for that chapter in your question bank, and you will also look at question 10 part A in your question bank that will test some of the aspects of chapter 1. Okay, so this is how to use your study guide. You'll essentially use it as a to-do list, as working through those chapters. It tells you roughly what you can expect in that chapter. It tells you approximately how much time it will take you to work through those chapters. But most importantly, it tells you which questions from the question bank that you should attempt after you have reviewed that chapter. Remember, when you're attempting questions, and we've got a little tip above here, when you are attempting questions, always attempt the question first yourself. Never go straight to the answer. Never watch a video debrief before you have attempted questions. You will learn best by making mistakes and being able to learn from those mistakes. Okay, so once you have worked through then the relevant study planner material, so you've gone through the entire study planner and done all the work that's recommended in that study planner, and notice we suggest that will probably take you around 40 hours of work, you will then be into your revision phase, and this is really where it gets into essential question practice. You will start your revision phase probably about 2 to 3 weeks prior to your exam, but you might want to start this phase earlier. Now that revision phase involves working all the Section A objective test questions again, so become really familiar with those objective test questions. You will then go to part 2 of your question bank to work through all of the questions in part 2 of your question bank. Notice we're recommending that you go through all of the questions in the question bank at least once. You will then sit your mock exam. Make sure that you are aware of the deadline for your mock exam. It will be communicated to you by email, or it will be available to you in your online account. You must submit your mock exam on time in order for it to be marked, and that marking feedback will be vital to you to see how ready you are for the real exam. Don't forget, as much question practice as possible. You'll find lots of video debriefs from tutors in your online resources, going through the questions in the question bank, going through the difficult technical issues, and also briefing you on exam technique. So do make sure you watch all of those question debriefs as well. Please note that if you would like to attend a revision course in any of our tuition centres around the country, so a classroom course or a question day, the question day involves working through a exam paper, so working through a full exam paper in one day and receiving direct one-to-one feedback from a tutor who will mark that paper, then please call your local First Intuition Centre. We have expert tutors that can guide you through, and of course if you come in centre for a course, if you come into the classroom, you'll have direct access to a tutor to ask questions, to go through any concerns, and that tutor will also be able to provide you feedback on the work you're producing on the course. Otherwise, of course, work through the online resources. You could, of course, also attend an online live revision course, and that will give you the advantage as well of direct interaction and interactivity with your tutor. Okay, so lots of study to do, lots of question practice to get through, but we've outlined a clear study planner there, and we have excellent pass rates at First Intuition, so you're in good hands with our resources, and I'll leave you there at that point to get started. Best of luck for your taxation exam.